Okay, so now we are moving on to the profit plan. This is what everybody wants to know. How am I going to make the money? But most people don't want to do the numbers. Like most of the speakers, authors that I work with, they're creative people. They don't really like crunching numbers. Well, this is going to help you a lot. Now, we're going to be using the business growth calculator. Now, I got the original business growth calculator from Martin Howie, who is the CEO of Topline Business Solutions, and they actually train consultants for Fortune 500 companies. And I actually went through his training, got certified by him, by Martin Howie and Topline Business Solutions myself. And so what I did was take a look. I said, this is really brilliant. I'd like to simplify it for my people, because anything that works for a Fortune 500 company scaled down can actually work for small business owners, for us to be able to manage our finances. We need to take a look at our products and services from a different perspective. We have to think like a big company, but scale it down to our small business. And so this is where the business growth calculator comes in handy. And I'm going to give you a glimpse of what it is. Now, again, I have modified it from the original version um, uh, to help the small business owners that I work with, or the solopreneurs that I work with. But this can work for any business. Okay, so I'm going to go full screen over here, and I know the visuals may not be all that clear, but when we do the actual training, you will see a much better version of it. But the thing about this is that what I want to bring your attention to is, in the last video, we talked about $197 masterclass. We talked about $19 a month membership. We talked about $1,000 program, okay? And we also talked about, the larger $5,000 program. Well, there could be also $1,000, a month retainers. It could be bigger, but let's just go back over here. The thing that I want to bring your attention to, if you already know how much money you're going to be able to make from each one of your programs, then you will be able to use them in a different way. You will be able to plan them in a different way. You'll be able to schedule them in a different way. And so in this case, what we want to take a look at is um, different ways to figure it out. First, there's, how many leads you get, and the conversion ratio of the leads, and the number of transactions, and average transaction value, that how much do they spend, and the profit margin, how much of that money actually goes in your pocket. So these are things you need to know, and I will be going in depth with you about this when we do the actual training, the master class on it. But what I wanted you to take a look at is that if you already know what each one of these products are going to be, then you can decide which one you want to do. For example, when I decided I wanted to travel and train across the globe the last, couple of years, I just focused on a one-day training. So it was either $97 or $197, depending on where I was and what I wanted to focus on. But I knew that all I had to do was get in front of 100 people a month and do the training. Now, I looked at this as a promotional tool for people to experience what I teach, how I teach, and then they would decide what program they want to sign up for. How do they want to work with me moving forward? Now, most of the time, it was signing up for a one-year program, which is a $5,000 program, okay, with a combination of different uh, extended programs, a lot of support. But you could easily sign up for a 3-month program, let's say. You can choose to do whatever price point you want. But the whole thing with it is that if you know your programs, if you know how much you want to charge, you want to know what you want to do, then you can decide which program you want to offer. I have calculations here for organizations to set up their TV shows for $50,000. I'm not offering that right now because I don't have the resources or the time to take on that project. And I'm not even taking one-on-one client strategy sessions right now, because right now I'm focused on the producers club, I'm focused on doing the production. So these two are not even in it, but sometimes, I will just focus on, working with one-on-one clients. And sometimes it's, it's depending on the time, depending on what I want to do. The bottom line here is that if you already have your calculations, you know what you do. You know how much money you're going to take, how much money you're going to be spending, how much money you're going to be making. You will know all that, and that makes all the difference. So basically, right now, if I just focus on the producers club, and I just focus on, let's say, the $1,000 one, all I have to do is get in front of 1,000 people a month. I mean, sorry, 100 people a month. And that's about, look, about almost $300,000. Okay. So you get to choose. Bottom line is you get to choose. And that's the important thing. Once you know your numbers, it gets a lot easier to choose. Okay. And that particular training is also in the online program mastery. So online program mastery is going to make it really easy for you to decide what you're going to teach, how you're going to teach, and how much money you're going to make. Okay, so lots of good stuff and a beautiful paved road for you to actually go to your destination. I'm super excited about this, and yeah, online program mastery. I have actually been doing it only with one-on-one clients. Now I'm bringing it out to you because it's time to make a global impact with this. Okay, so we'll see you on the next video.